How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Sword Village Arc episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 3, A Sword from 300 years ago. Oh boy, and this is, this is the jump off. Before I go any further, please don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Be notified more videos such as this one. Last week had a big chunk in the video that for some reason was just frozen. Don't know why, but I'm sorry. But I do appreciate most of you that actually stayed and watched the video. This episode I can best sum up by saying silliness before sadness. I don't even, it's crazy because I was remarking as I was watching, I'm like, man, we get to see a lot of Tanjiro silliness, and when I thought about it, I said, man, last two arcs, the demon train thing, that was insane for him because it's just jump on, fight, wake everybody up. Oh, cool, we killed the demon. Oh no, here's the stronger one. Oh, this guy's number 3. And then after that, it's after they have healed and from the shock and all that, they go into the red light district, and that was hell. And now we got, one episode of setup and healing, second episode of like healing and being silly, and now we're right back where we were, because at least I say 2.5 episodes of just now we're just full blown. So let's get to the silly part first, right? We have Tanjiro being friendly with Genya. Remember Genya with the mohawk, and he pulled his tooth out. I had forgotten this, but in season 1, Tanjiro had actually broken his arm because he's beating up one of the masters. I'm going to assume that those are his daughters, his twin daughters. He's just punching her in the face. And Tanjiro's like, no, don't do that. And, he's like, we're friends, right? Because he's talking to him about what's going on with Haganezuka. Excuse me. And when he's going to be done with the blade for him. We're polishing a blade. We'll get to that in a minute. And he's like, we're not friends. Like, why would I care? And he's saying, you broke my arm. And he's like, well, actually, you had that coming because you hit that, you hit that little girl. So, here's a rice cracker. He just, he kicks him out after. Tanjiro's like, yeah, your tooth was supposed to be missing. But, it's back. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I saved the tooth to give it back to you. Tanjiro's hilarious. Funny moment. Actually, the follow-up cute moment is he's braiding Nezuko's hair. This is freaking adorable. And yes, Tanjiro, braiding hair is hard. If anyone has ever braided hair for either a girlfriend or a little cousin or a little sister or just period, it's hard. But she's getting her hair braided like Mitsuru, like I want to call her Kandra, but it's not. It's Kanroji. Adorable, very adorable for her hair to be braided. And he's like, we should invite him to eat, because he's like, why is he always mad? Maybe it's because he's hungry. Funny. And they end up, napping together. Mind you, this is all at night, and there is a moon out. Kind of seems like these upper moons attack when the moon is out. I don't know. That could be a thing. But maybe. So, what's another good moment here? Haganezuka gonna polish that blade. So that 300-year-old blade from the Sengoku era. We have Kotetsu trying to get Tanjiro to take it. He's like, hey, you broke it and you broke it out and took it. He's like, yeah, but I just happen to be the one training. And they have a cute, silly moment where they're doing different poses, and they both agree, well, let's just take a look at it. And when they take a look at it, the thing is rusted to all hell. And of course, we get another funny moment where he's like, I'm sorry for getting you worked up. Of course, it hasn't had maintenance on it, right? And Tanjiro's like, it's okay. He's crying. It's funny. But here comes Haganezuka, who is ripped to hell, says, I will use my family's secret technique to go ahead and just polish this right up. Of course, he said this after he said, "Just leave it to me," and they're trying to get answers. Like, I've been looking for you. Where you been? And he's strong enough to shake both of them off. But then we have Hanamori, one of the I don't want to call him guards, but one of the people that was with the chief. He's like, by the way, his weakness are his size, and he just tickles him. Dude is gonna be out for a tiny bit after he gets tickled. And he explains to Tanjiro, "Hey, dude has been working hard in the mountains so he'll be able to forge you a better sword so you won't die." He won't say it himself, but he's happy to have you. You know, you are sticking by him and are dependent on him. You know, excuse me, the other swordsmen, they can't really stand him. And Tanjiro's kind of surprised, but we have Kotetsu, who, by the way, is flicking stones at this dude's unconscious body. And Kotetsu's like, you can't really be surprised. The dude's not very sociable. Probably why he isn't married. And we get another funny moment of tussle, trying to tickle Haganezuka so he doesn't choke out Kotetsu. Hilarious. I'm putting this in with the silly part, but it's not silly. Tokido, he comes up and while Tanjiro's napping with Nezuko, you know, pinches Tanjiro's nose. And Tanjiro's like, wait, you're here? Wait, first of all, did you pinch my nose? Yeah, I did. He's like, your reaction's kind of slow. Well, you know, there wasn't any animosity coming from you. If there was animosity, I would have instantly woke up. And he's like, okay, that's true. And he's trying to figure out where Hanamori is, because Hanamori's going to be his new swordsmith. And Tanjiro's like, we'll go find him together. He's with Haganezuka, who's, you know, doing a job for him. It's going to take him 3 days and 3 nights. Plus, he's kind of worried about him because that polishing technique, it puts a lot on the user, apparently. And it can even kill him. So he's kind of worried, but he wants to go see him anyway. And we got Tokido saying, you know, why are you always so caring about other people? Like, don't you have like your own things that you got to worry about? And so I don't know if this is a bad translation. Mind you, this is funny. This is one of the first times that I've watched an episode kind of twice. I watched it one time, and I said, man, usually my translations have all of the details, like any kanji. So I kind of skimmed through it again, and just to try to see if there's anything I missed, which there's some stuff I missed. But this thing is kind of weirdly translated both times from the secondary source I went to. Like, Tanjiro says, helping others in the end will, more or less, in the end will help you and good comes from it. And Tokido's just kind of like taken aback. He's like, wait, what did you just say? And Tanjiro's like, oh, you mean think about leaving right now? No. He's trying to focus on, like you said, basically saying helping other people in the end helps you. It's kind of a selfish way of saying it, because you're supposed to help people out of kindness of your own heart. But I guess in the end, helping folks does help you, because think about it for a minute. When you help someone in earnest, it feels good. I get joy out of helping others because, you know, yeah, it's a little bit selfish when you think about it, because it feels good to help other people. So why not help other people if it makes you feel good? And in the process, you're making someone else day better. Right, Nezuko? Exactly. So that's probably what it meant. Which, you know, Nezuko wakes up, chin checks her brother, and she just has her cute moments. Her, yeah, just, she's too adorable, bro. Just, is there any other silly moments? No, just, and, you know, Tokido saying that she's super strange, not remembering where he's seen her before. Mind you, this is mini Nezuko, and just the fact that she's imitating him. Tokido's silly face still shows his whole eyes, which his eyes almost give that faded, I'm looking past you, or I'm blind kind of, but they're not. But even his, chibi silly form, they're still there. But, you know, the Kamoda, that's their last name, the Komoda siblings, their eyes are dots when they're in the silliness. She just kind of imitating his head nod. Pardon me. And that's where the silly ends. We'll just go ahead and just slide right into the sad, where so Genyu's looking, first of all, the moment that Guy comes out of the bath and is like, I stayed in there too late and I got to get up in the morning. And there's a vase. And I'm like, oh no. You all should say, oh no, as well. We remember that vase from episode 1. This guy looks over, gets pulled in, and is killed and spat out because of the 5th upper moon Gyokko. It's like swordsmith blood. It's very disgusting. And then we have Hatengu that's on a roof, the 4th upper moon. He's saying, if we even destroy a bit of this place, it'll help cripple them. But the master is furious. He's just sniveling, just, don't hurt me. Just be careful of characters like that, right? But during this, Genya, he's looking for someone. I guess someone's supposed to fix his sword, but his sword is kind of like a short sword. Trying to make sure I'm trying to do this in order of holy crapness. So as Tanjiro and Tokido are talking, he's like, oh, someone's at the door. And in slides Hatengu. Instantly, they like, this dude's a demon, but wait, we didn't sense him until he got in here. He has to be an upper moon. That's the only, like, they can sense lower ranked demons very easily. Even Tanjiro's nose can sense these things pretty easily. And instantly, Tokido comes in, just takes the blade out, throws the sheath, and goes into his mist breathing 4th technique. I believe it's called flowing sifting slash. I have my phone notes right here. I love the name of these techniques, I'm telling you. Nope, there it is. Oh no, that's I was in the wrong spot. I'm so sorry. But shifting flow slash. Dude dodges it. So Tanjiro was like, yep, no need to hesitate. Obviously, he's murdered lots of people because only upper demons who have done that and killed a lot of humans can dodge a Hashira's attack. Straight into Hinokami Kagura sunflower. I want to say sunflower thrust. Which dude dodges. But Nezuko becomes booby mode, kicks him in the face. Which Tanjiro's like, hey, don't use that form. It'll further your demonification. Homeboy, Tokido comes in, cuts off his head. But Tanjiro, so Tanjiro, and by default, Inosuke and Zenitsu should be feared by the upper demons because now you have humans that have survived your an attack, help kill you, and they're not crippled like Uzui. So Tanjiro's falling back on his past, and I was like, wait a minute, will cutting the head off of him work? Because upper demons seem to not care. We're like, we had to kill 2 before by cutting their heads off at the same time. And as he's thinking this, the head forms its own body, and the body forms its own head. Hatengu, and it took me till writing out my notes here. Hatengu is actually showing his name. He forms into other Tengus, and they do like a fan swipe, blows away Tokido, almost blows away Tanjiro, but his sister grabs him, and he's sent flying. So now you have one where the tongue says joy. I'm gonna assume the red one is pain or anger. His little staff that looks like a Tengu staff, looks like Moroku from Inuyasha's staff, shocks Tanjiro. I guess it has no effect on Nezuko because it doesn't seem like she's hurt. At least they weren't focused on her. But Genya's up top. He has a blunderbuss double barrel shotgun that smells like the same metal of the Nichiren blades. That's what Tanjiro said. Dude is a great marksman because from that distance pops both their heads off. But Tanjiro's, and he pops both of their heads off, pops one heads off and cuts the other one off. And Tanjiro's like, don't cut their heads off. They're just going to keep multiplying, which they turn into 2 other parts. And it takes me a moment to realize that their color schemes are red, blue, green, yellow. Shout out to the original Pokemon colors. And Tanjiro's like, wait, wasn't there 4? He gets carried off by one that's basically a harpy, a Tengu, whose tongue on his says, I wrote this down, joy. And this thing has a sonic scream. Like, Tanjiro's telling Nezuko, protect Genya, don't worry about me. And I guess he was able to soften the sonic scream attack with the starts of a Hino Kamikagura, but he sent flying. The dude ripped off his own bird leg, which formed its own head, and is about to shoot Tanjiro while he's on the ground trying to figure out how to get up. Things of note. Tanjiro starting instantly with Hino Kamikagura, love that name, instead of the water style, shows that he has further learned. He's saying, okay, the water style, I am kind of fighting against it. I've mastered it and all that, but it's not going well. But with Hino Kamikagura, I am knowing how to sift between both so he doesn't have much strain. But it looks like he's getting stronger and is able to use the techniques. And it looks like doing the sun techniques would be a lot better for these beings that are still weak to the sun, regardless of how strong they are, right? I'm looking forward to that gun style. Although he gets stabbed, the blue one stabs him. Has the little ropes. What's a good one? I don't want to say like kabuki ropes on him. He get stabbed. I'm sure he's okay because it looks like he might have some super healing with that whole pull my own tooth out thing. Yeah. So interesting thing. Tokido's running back, and it looks like he's gonna let Kotetsu die because he forgets who the hell Kotetsu is. But he's like, Kotetsu is being attacked by a giant koi with a pot on it. Probably one of the summoned minions of Gyokko. Here's the problem. As he's running, he's thinking, well, inexperienced kid doesn't really matter. I gotta go save I gotta protect the village, and the most important one should be the chief. But Tanjiro's words ring in his head saying, helping others in the end helps you. About face as kids getting choked, slice off the arm. Kotetsu's like, it's you. And this is the first time in this series that he looks pissed. Because if you look at the ending sequence and the opening sequence, he looks like, or at least in the ending sequence, he looks mad. He's pissed. He's saying, you're going to get in my way, so just run. And I think he's mad because it's like, damn, I have to help this kid instead of doing the logical thing. And I like that. As much as he annoyed the hell out of me last episode, beating up my boy, this is funny. And I love it. I love that Tanjiro is touching every single Hashira that he's coming up to. Wonderful. Oh, dang. I basically described. So yeah, those are the major parts of the episode. And helping us help you. Just that. Looks pissed. Yep, I even said that too. So the fourth, I forget. They told me what the fourth episode. Oh, the fourth episode was thank you, Tokito. So saying thank you to him. I'm assuming this arc is going to have 11 to 12 episodes and people doing their own fan art for like the Sword Village arc chapter a long time ago. I'm going to assume he's not going to die next episode. But yeah, I hope he doesn't get mangled next episode. The Taisho secret was about Haganezuka. So he puts wind chimes on his hat because as a child, when he was making a fuss, all the adults would bring wind chimes. We do get to see the village elder's face in this Taisho secret. It looks goofy. Don't worry about it. And he appears, he's like, that's not going to work. Stop treating me like a kid. And they're just going, ha, ha, ha. Did it work? I'm not a kid. It's Tanjiro and Kotetsu doing it. Because I love these interludes. Because they're basically going, man, it sucks you couldn't get your blade before all this attacking happened. But Tanjiro does have a backup blade that Haganezuka gave to him as he's going to go finish polishing up that 300-year-old blade. Which I'm going to assume if that blade was the blade of the person that's related to Tanjiro, that Yoriichi Type Zero is based off of, who was more than likely the person who's Upper Moon number 1. Because come on, guys, we're smart. We're not dumb. We're smart. We can make connections. That guy, that could have been his original blade. That could be like the Type Zero of the Nichiren blades. I love that Tanjiro is going to get like a boost in the level of paraphernalia. That's awesome. Is there anything else I want to say? This was really good. I have to give this, and this was good not just because of the standard great animation. Koi Fish was in 3D, didn't look like that crappy 3D monster from that other anime. Looked good. Not just because of the animation, not because of the action, but because of the seamless transition of going from, here's a silly fun moment. Yeah, this is great, right? This is interesting. Oh, look at them. They're living their lives and they're happy. Surely you're not going to have to see anything bad into another episode. Oh no, someone got killed. Yeah, that's that seamless transition and the way that it's handled. Like this is one of the best things about this show. It's not even abrupt either, because you get some shows where it's like, oh, funny moment, abrupt, now it's serious. No, this is like fun things. Okay. Oh, we're seeing this guy walk down. Oh, what's that pot? Oh no, we remember the pot. The transition is so well. I will give this a 4 out of 5 all the way. Technically, I want to give it a 5, but nothing super major has happened yet. Like 4 out of 5 does not mean they're bad, right? It's above average. It's doing some cool stuff. Especially the transition from silly to good, from silly to sad and serious. Silly to serious is what we'll call that. But come on, I'm waiting for that moment, like the last 3. I want to say last 3 episodes of the Red Light District arc. Those were like straight 5s. I mean, building upon each episode, like this of course is building from, what happened last week and the week before that, but it's a thing I've complained about in a previous show that I was reviewing. I like seeing some downtime. I got to see some downtime. Now let's watch some serious stuff happen, which is just wow. So 4 out of 5 from me. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below. I'm dying to hear from you guys. Please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos such as this. You'll be helping me and Nesco out. We're still on the road to 1,000. We're closing up on 250 soon, so I'm counting on you guys. But thank you for taking some time out to spend some time listening to me talk about anime. If I were to do another top 10 anime, which I should probably do my top 10 anime, because the last time I did this, I think I did this thing in 2019. I did that list, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 5 years, so I will update the list because I've seen some things and some things are good. This is one of my favorites. But outside of that, guys, please be good, be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. All right? Above all other things, realize that you're not alone in this world. There's someone out there who cares for you, that would love to talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. Reach out to someone. You are cared for. My social medias are in the description below. Feel free to follow me. Feel free to hit me up. Send me a message. I will respond. I guarantee it. So, with all that being said, it's me, Shane, and the Taisho secret is I'll see you guys next week. Can't wait to see what happens.